For the best in music, arts, and entertainment, venture to the outside. ITO Radio America.
Well, I noticed a lot of new faces this evening, and I'm so glad you all came. And I want you to know that this is a safe place to share. So if you want to tell us your story, there'll be no judgment.
Hi, this is Charlie, and as you know, I have a problem. I'm addicted to automobiles. Today we're gonna do an update on the Beetle project, or this will likely be called Beetle Interior 2, because we're continuing the process. For the most part, it's all interior stuff. Some of the things that I've been able to accomplish so far is I had a plate welded in to the floorboard just under the battery, so the battery tray. That's apparently a common place for the floorboard to rust out, is under the battery tray from all the acid. So I had a plate welded in there by a mechanic, and while it was there, because this mechanic is pretty reasonably priced and a really cool dude, I went ahead and just gave him the gas tank that I ordered from West Coast Metric. Actually is where I ordered this gas tank from. I've been pretty happy. I've been pretty happy with J-Bugs and West Coast Metric, and I think I ordered something from Wolfsburg West. I've been happy with all of them. I will say J-Bugs, and this is not something that I'm reviewing long term, because I understand everyone in the whole world right now has back order situations, so I'm not holding that necessarily against J-Bugs. But I will say right now, West Coast Metric seems to be a lot faster on getting orders out, so I don't know if it's a stock issue. I don't know. I think they're both here in California, so I don't think it's necessarily one's further than the other, but maybe, I don't know. But I know right now West Coast Metric has been great. So, but I've gotten a lot of stuff from J-Bugs as well. Back to my story, I got a gas tank, aftermarket gas tank from West Coast Metric. Came next day. I took it in to the mechanic who was doing the weld. He wanted to wring my neck. So just something that's probably pertinent to know, that these aftermarket gas tanks, I'm sure they're probably all very similar or the same. The one I got from West Coast Metric fit perfectly. It was fine. It looks nice. It's done great. I don't smell gasoline everywhere anymore. But some of the holes in some of the ports up in the corners were not drilled through apparently. And it was not something easily accessible or easy to do for the mechanic, at least not with the tools that he had. So he had to go buy new tools or drill bits or whatever he had to do, and it took him hours to do. So he was bummed about that, but it's something you might want to know if you're getting these gas tanks. There may be some additional work you need to do to fit the gas tank to your Beetle. Just be aware of that. I didn't do it. I was gonna do it. I'm actually glad I didn't have to do it now. While the gas tank was off, I know that is also the time to tighten up the steering. There was a lot of slop in my steering wheel, and he went ahead, and I asked him to do that as well when the gas tank is off, because that's exposed. And he said that he's so glad that I told him to look for that, because he said that the steering wheel was so loose, like literally I could have hit a bump and my steering wheel would have completely lost control and I would have smashed into something or flew off the freeway or something. So that's where we're at with that. So what I've been doing is, on the interior, I was recommended a product by Vladi actually, because of the rust on the floor pans. I would rather try not to replace or weld in an entire floor pan if I don't have to. Most of the rust seems surface, and underneath looks really good. So I didn't see any holes other than over by the battery, which was welded in. But for just the floor pans, kind of where the rear passengers would put their feet and underneath the seats, is where most of the rust was at. So Vladi had recommended a product called Pour 15, which you can see here. I got mine on Amazon. It's kind of pricey stuff, but this kind of like a paint slash rust inhibitor and strengthener, kind of like a Rust-Oleum or something. It really actually ends up being sort of the consistency of like bed liner, to be honest. It's really, really thick. It does a really good job, I'm told. So I put several coats on the floor here. And next I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go with a rubber coating for sound deadening. I don't think I'm gonna do it, maybe. Or a Flex Seal. Or I'm going to get some rubber mat and put padding and carpet directly to the rubber mat and put those down. I'm not keen on gluing down carpet again to the floor when my floor is kind of questionable and I want to kind of keep an eye on it. And also if things spill or if I get a leak, my sunroof or something like that. I mean, that's obviously what's happened over the last 50 years to this car, and that's why it's all rusted out. I don't want that to continue, or I want to be able to at least keep an eye on it. So I don't want to have to rip up carpet every single time I want to look at that. I don't know, I haven't decided yet, but I may get Flex Seal and I might put that down and then just put padding and carpet over top of that. Or I might use rubber matting of some sort. I've seen people use yoga mats, like low cost. There's all kinds of products that are specifically for that, but they're also very expensive, and I'm cheap and poor. So I am trying to keep this on a budget. It's been driving really well. Like I said, we got the gas tank issue cleared out. Several hoses have been replaced over the last couple weeks. Some of these hoses, I'm sure, fuel lines and stuff, were probably from 1972, because you could just, I should have kept some to show you, but you could just bend them and they just crumbled and disintegrated in my hands. Maybe it's my imagination, but it just seems to be running a whole lot better, not smelling like gas. And I'm excited. I want to get this interior done, the carpet back in, and see how the seats look in there, and drive this sucker. So lots more to do. Still working on the flooring. I'm also working on the roof rack. The wood was all rotted out, so I got some new wood slats measured and cut. I got red kind of cedar, and I'm putting a clear coat sealant, wood sealant on there. It's kind of like a satin finish that should look really good. I'm probably gonna paint the roof rack black. It's gray now. They come gray. I've only ever seen them gray. I'm not sure how the black's gonna look, but everything on the Bug is red and black right now, or chrome. I wish it was chrome, but I don't want to pay to chrome something, and I don't know if I've seen any chrome racks out there for sale. Maybe you've seen them. If so, put it in the comments. That'd be great. But for now, I think I might just paint the rack black and then put this wood on there. I think it'll look really cool. Then I'll just keep plugging away at this thing. So that's that. Thank you guys for continuing along on this journey. Please like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends about this channel if it's something that they'll dig. I've got lots more coming up that I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys, both on this Bug and on the Mercedes and on my SL and on some other cars that you haven't seen yet. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.